Hi everybody, welcome in. I wanted to do a video on composition, altered composition notebooks. These are a couple that I had made a while back. Got some pockets, just some little decorations, a big pocket here, another little pocket here. I have a little bookmark ribbon that you can mark a page with. And then in the back, I got a pocket here. Let me grab something. I have this that you can put something so you can see through it. There's a pocket here and a pocket here. So I just wanted to make some of these with you. Okay, that's that one. And then this one, I cut the wrong string when I went to trim it, so it still works though. And this one's got this lace pocket. It's got a pocket here. It's got a pocket here. It's got this big pocket in the middle. The other one had that too. Here. It's got a pocket here, a pocket here. This is a hidden paper clip. You can clip a page. And then in the back, it's got another pocket here. Let's see. So today, we're gonna make a quick one. Even though I cut that too short, it still works, which I technically should trim that, but I'm not gonna yet. So what I noticed by just using Fabri-Tac is that the paper kind of tends to bubble up after, because I made these a while ago, like, I don't know how long ago, a long time ago. And so now I'm gonna try and do tape and Fabri-Tac. So let me grab my tape. If I can find it. Sorry about that. I have some double-sided tape, and I'm just going to use 12 by 12 paper. You can use 12 by 12 cardstock. You can use whatever you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it around the edges. Closer to the edge. I'm gonna try and make this a quick video. And then I'm just gonna do a couple of pieces in the middle. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna put glue in between, and I'm hoping it won't bubble like the other one. So, and it probably won't bubble if we use cardstock, like 12 by 12 cardstock. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this down. we're gonna cover the inside also, and I'm gonna make one of those pockets there. So what I like to do is fold this first page down, and a second page down. I suppose I could have did it at the same time. And then the next two pages, I'm gonna fold down. I'm gonna fold it down this way, but I'm gonna match it up to where the other one is folded. Because we're gonna glue this flap. I'm gonna use a glue stick. I'm gonna glue this flap down first, because we're gonna cover this with paper, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm gonna glue that one down. I'm just gonna use the other one to kind of push down on it. And then we're gonna glue the second front facing one down. We're gonna cover this with a piece of paper. Now we're gonna do the same on this one. And you don't have to fold these down if you don't want the bulk of it. You can trim it off and then just glue those two pages together, which probably would have been a good idea to start with. But we're gonna wing it now. Let's just do this. I'm just gonna glue the bottom of that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom of this one. I should have glued those two pages together first. But if you know me, I like to make things difficult. Just kidding. This is going to be super simple. All right, so we can work on that part after. You can do a couple in the middle, which I might go in and do after to separate sections. So let's start with this. What I want to do is I'm going to line this up, and then like with the little space at the top and the bottom and on the side, and then we're going to trim this, and then we're going to fold it over so it covers the edge of our composition book. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pull up my tape, which I have a little pick thing. I hope everybody's well. Welcome in. I've been a little sparse. I wanted to do a live tonight, but I probably won't be home in time to do it. So let's get rid of these. This is a 1/2-inch double-sided tape. 1/2-inch double-sided tape. And then I'm going to put Fabrifix because it'll give me a little leeway moving this piece of paper around. But I'm going to put it right up to the edge there because I didn't with the tape. You can do the tape right up to the edge. But I'm definitely putting the glue. I'm putting the glue on top of the tape also, but I'm putting it where the tape is not. By having the glue, or you can do it with a glue stick on top of the double-sided tape, gives you a little leeway to be able to move it around. Let's see if that works. So now I'm just going to take my paper, I'm going to line it up as best I can, top and bottom. See, and this gives you a little bit. If you just use the tape, it would have automatically stuck to the tape. I'm going to give these a little bend because we're going to work that over that cover. And then what I want to do is I just want to cut this off with a ruler, and I'm just going to use the width of my ruler. No measurements. And I'm going to take my knife. You can do it with scissors. You could draw a line and cut it with scissors. This is just going to be easier for me. This would be a great little Valentine's. I should have used Valentine's Day paper. I'm actually making this for a specific person. So I'm just going to take my bone folder and make sure that that's all glued down nicely. And then we're going to open it. I am going to cut the little corners kind of close, but not really, because I'm going to try and round that after. Let's see how it works. My other ones were rounded pretty well. So now this is going to come up. And we're going to glue this down. Even though there's a space here, we're going to cover that with another piece of paper. You're going to fold this side up. And you want to just kind of bend it a little bit before you fold it, because you don't want it to tear or crack. So if you take it and you just softly start to bend it up, it won't. So now, if in the corners here, if you want to make it kind of rounded, you can kind of put it up with your thumb a little bit. I'll show you again over here. You just kind of bend the paper up to the corner with your fingernail, and then that goes down, and then when you do this, you can flatten it out. It's not as pretty as a dovetail corner, but it works to make it. You can kind of bang it after, because it's not going to be perfect. It is handmade. So I'm going to glue these pieces down with my Fabrifix. You can use a glue stick, whatever you like, whatever your preference is. I do like to start at the edge here. I need to fill this up. While you're doing this, you can think of what kind of binding. If you want to tie, like on those other two I showed you. how you want to close it. A closure, not a binding. Well, binding. And then we're going to do the same on the side. I always do the opposite sides at the same time. I like to just put a little bit of glue right up against the edge. And you don't need a lot on there because this is going to be covered with another piece of paper. And then I like to put a little tiny dab in here. Everywhere you got a little tiny fold for this. And then put it to the side. Again, right up against the edge of the cover. It'll just help it from breaking on that edge. We're gonna do that. You can get these composition notebooks at the Dollar Tree or at Walmart or Target, Amazon. You can get them anywhere. Don't put too much glue because then your glue will splurge out. But that's okay. And then just press down firmly because you want it to stay there. So there is the cover of our book. For some reason when we do this comes out a little bit more, but that's okay. So now I'm going to do the back the exact same way. I'm going to go a little closer to the edge on this one, which I should have did before. It's okay. I'm just going around the edge. This tape's pretty easy to tear with your thumb nail. If not, a lot of people like to use like a card to just put a little pressure on it, because that's all it needs to tear it really, is a little bit of pressure. And again, Pen and Gear. I think I got these ones at Walmart when they were on sale back to school. You can use as little or as much as you like. I'm actually just going to lay this down so it's easier to start when I go to use it again. One. I don't really use double-sided tape a lot when I'm making journals because I'm afraid that they're gonna yellow through or they're not acid safe. But these you can keep for a long time. They might get a little wonky. We're gonna use the same paper. I'm just trying to see how I did this one. That's gonna be my side. So now again, I'm gonna add a little, because where I put this closer to the edge now, I want a little bit more glue here on the tape, so it's not gonna grab it right away. It just gives it a little layer to scoot around if I need to. But I'm definitely putting this in the middle of where the tape is not. Just gives you a little wiggle room to move the paper if you need to. And you can go in with a silicone tool and spread this out, which I didn't do on the first one. I'm gonna do it on this side, but I'm gonna use my favorite tool, which is my finger, just to spread it so it doesn't feel bumpy on the paper. Kind of felt a little bumpy when I did it earlier, but that's okay. It doesn't matter because it's gonna dry. So now, same, I'm just kind of using my fingers underneath to try to make it as even as I can, which is not a big deal if it's not even, because you're gonna fold it over anyways. And again, use your bone folder, push it down. I like to just get that first little crease started. And by buttoning it up against this, you pretty much get a straight edge. But I can see this little corner could use a tiny bit of glue. Come on, glue. Come on. There we go. Just a tiny bit. So now, again, I'm going to use my ruler and do a ruler length trim with my knife. This has been done all over YouTube, so I don't know who did it. Everybody does them different. I don't have anybody in particular that I've seen do this. So I like to cut the corner. Not too close because I want to leave that piece so I can round it. And then gently fold up those edges and over. And we'll do the same with the corner. So same on this side. And then I'm just going to pinch this down, lift it up, kind of fold and pinch as I go. So I'm going to pinch this one up. Whoop. See, I almost tore it. That's okay, because it's going to be glued. So that's my little corners done. So now we're going to glue these ones down. Right in by the book. Hold that down for a second. And you can go to town on these. You sure can. Right in the edge there by the book. Let's keep that down. I have to fill my glue, which I will do momentarily. I'm just going to put a little tiny bit right here because I want that to stay down. Fabrifix is my favorite glue. I know people say it's expensive, but it's my favorite. All right, so that You could leave it like that and be done with it, which would be fine. So now we want to, I like to line the inside of this pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down. And trim it so when we look in the pocket here, you see the purple. I mean, you can go as deep down as you want. And you could, you know what, let's do that. Let's use, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line this corner up down here and here. And I'm gonna fold this up to the fold in the page. And I'm gonna trim this little piece. I tend to eyeball things, so now when we put it in here, oh yeah, that's right. Put it in here, we can glue it down. So I'm going to draw with a pencil. How far I want to use the glue. And I think I'm going to use just a book page to put underneath. So I'm going to use my glue stick for it. And just so we don't get it on the book itself. On the notebook, I mean. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue. I'm using the Scotch permanent glue stick. I like this one the best. Glue Wars. A lot of people like the Yoo-Hoo glue. Oops. I am not a fan. I don't know why, but now that we've cut that edge right here, we can line that up with our page. And then because after we'll cut a little notch here to make it a pocket, and you won't see, but now we can use this one on the other side of this. I went to lift this up like so I got a little glue on here. I do have a glue eraser, which if you guys don't have one of these, you can get this glue eraser on Amazon for just like a couple of bucks. If I remember, I will link it to the video. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this. I'm going to trim it just this way first because I'm going to sit it, well, bumped you, sorry. I don't want to cut into the book. Guys, I'm all thumbs today. All thumbs. We technically could have folded this over because I didn't cut it very well, but it was awkward. What is going on here? What is sticky? Oh, haha, it got on my glue, but with my little glue eraser, it's all good. I have to trim this up better. I'm not happy with it. Very awkward to do while I'm trying to film because my camera's right there. I'm going to do that. And I'm just kind of buttoning it up against the page because I don't want to do that. I don't want to cut the page open. Guys, what a struggle. It shouldn't be this hard. You could definitely cut this on a paper trimmer first and line it up, but I was trying not to be that difficult. There we go. All right, so that can go aside. Now I just gotta trim this little piece here. All right, that's one. Now I'm gonna take the other one and do the same thing. Kind of went down to the second line here. So I'm just gonna kind of line it up. You could technically fold this page and it'll fold it for you. And then again, I'm gonna just take my pencil, mark a line so I know where to glue. Put my little page in here. My glue stick. And then I didn't cut this piece first, which is fine. Because now this is just going to butt up against here. I'm just going to lay it down here, like that. And that's going to be the inside of our pocket. This up. I hope you guys like this little, it's probably a little crazy. The reason I didn't cut it like this before was because I wanted to use just this one leftover piece for both. And halfway through, or in the back, I think I'm going to do it halfway through. I'm going to make another one of these pockets. And actually, the piece that I'm going to use for, there's another way of doing this. I just remembered how I did it in my other one, which we'll do another one and I'll show you how I did that one. But this, I just am using up the scraps, which in turn can be used and made into pockets or whatever. So now we're going to glue the bottom of this page together, and that will be our pocket. And then we can, but we're not going to do that until we cover this. And I was going to use this paisley kind of pattern on the inside of this. What do you think? Or should I do it for the page? I mean, for the pocket. I only have one of these, so I think I want to do it for the cover. And then I can find other paper. What I like to do here is we can go in with washi after. Decorate this little piece with washi to cover it up. I like to leave a little bit of room. Am I going to get 2 covers out of this? I don't think so. I only have one of these, and I'm not going to get 2 covers because this measures more than 6 inches. this is 7.5. So I wanted at least 7.25. So I need 2 more pieces of paper for this. And this can be anything, really. So this might work for our little pocket. We're gonna make it work for our pocket. What are we going to put here, though? We are going to put... Give me 2 seconds. All right, I'm back. I'm not going to use this paisley. I got this paper pack from Hobby Lobby, $20.99. I got it on clearance for $5.24. Tattered and Worn is where I got this paper from. So now I'm going to go to the purples. This is like a pinky purple. Here we go. Purple. That's the piece I used. Is it 3 designs each? Yeah, 3 designs each. So I could technically do a pocket with this one if I wanted to. I'm gonna use this other, I kind of want it contrasty though. Let's see. I think that's gonna be my best contrast. And I need 2 of them. I have a pink one that I'm gonna be doing after. I'll pop in at the end. So as long as there's enough. I wish there was purple polka dot. Oh, but there's... blues. Look how pretty this paper is. You can do one every color if you want. I was looking for that polka dot in purple. But I don't think we have it. We could do some. Nope. Oh, there we go. Purple. Yeah, but that's kind of pinky, isn't it? What's pink after that? You could do my other pink one with pinks. We'll do this purple. All right, we're gonna do words for the inside cover. And then we'll do pockets with this. So I just took out too many sheets, but that's okay. We have it out if we need it. Let's put that away. Let's get rid of you guys. You can keep the scraps and do stuff with them to make clusters or tabs. I might do that. Let's use the words. For the inside cover. It'll break it up a little bit. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to measure and cut. I'm going to cut here, just a little top and the bottom, and I'm gonna cut them there. So I'm gonna cut that, and then can I see that mark? Can I see it? Oh, of course I can't. I want that there. Oh, there it is. There it is. I wasn't looking down far enough. All right, so let me cut this real quick. I'm just looking for my mark. And then I the other one the same size, but to go in from this side. So I'm just gonna mark this one here. And there. And I just made it so I had the words upright. I am going to take my corner rounder now, because this has this little edge. I'm gonna end up putting, I don't know, maybe a piece of washi tape. Let's see, I haven't decided yet. But I'm gonna take my corner rounder and I'm gonna use probably the 7mm. Is that good enough? Yeah, that's good. And I'm going to do the same with the other one. Because this is going to be for the back cover. So now I'm going to now this is where we got to decide how we want to close our book. So you can use ribbon, you can use sari silk, you can use whatever you like. I was thinking about an elastic, but this is not cardstock. If this was cardstock, I would do an elastic, glue it here and here. You know what we can do though is you can take a piece of scrap cardstock. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I didn't know if I was recording, but I am recording. I almost lost my mind for a minute. What do I want to do? Or we could just put a piece of ribbon out the side. Let's see. How do we want you to close? How do you want to close? What do you want to look like? Do you want to, I was thinking have an elastic coming from the back, and then you just do this and open the book, which I think is what we're going to do, so I need a piece of an elastic. Don't have a lot in the way of elastic colors, so I could use black. So all this is going to do, let me take this out so I don't get it wrinkled, is I'm going to put a piece here and glue it. But I'm gonna put a little square piece of scrap cardstock. If I can find a piece of scrap cardstock, which I have, scrap everything. 2 seconds. All right, when I do fussy cutting and I'm cutting an edge off a page, I always keep a piece of scrap. So what I want to do is I'm not going to use the whole, like I'm not going to line the whole sheet. I'm just going to put it at the edge. I'm going to glue it there. And I'm going to take a piece of scrap cardstock and just put it over it. And hopefully it's thin enough. Let's try it. What do we got to lose? A composition notebook. That's it. So I'm just going to put a little glue right there. And I'm going to put my elastic down. Here is where if you wanted to put a bookmark, which I think I will add also. And ribbon's going to be a lot easier because now I'm gluing this right to the edge because I want this, I don't want this to keep pulling the paper up, which is why we're going to use this to help it. While that is drying, stay. I'm just going to grab a piece of ribbon. I don't have purple. But I have this pretty black, and it's kind of like see-through in the middle. I'm going to do that one on the front though, because I don't want to put too much on the back. So now we got to measure where, and so here's the thing about this, is I'm not going to put it too tight because I don't want it to pull all the time. So I'm going to cut it here with my awful scissors. And then so the tighter you make this, the more it's going to pull, I think. So I don't want it to pull all that much. I just want to keep the book flat because the more you use it, it's going to spread it out anyways. So you don't want it too tight. And I know that I'm going to glue this much of it. So I'm just going to put my glue here. I'm going to open my book because I want it to stay like this. So where I stopped with the glue is where I'm going to put it on the edge. Pretty straight. After it's dry, we can flip it around the back to work on it better. Probably should have measured how far in. I didn't. But like I said, I don't measure. So now where I still have this, and it's because it's wet, I'm gonna go in, add a little tiny bit more, just to, it's stuck to my finger, just to let it dry there. We're gonna give that a minute to dry. Stay, please. Stay, please. We want you to stay right there. So because it wants to pull up, because of the curve in it, I'm just going to hold it down with this. I'm going to hold it down until it knows that's where it wants to live. You're going to live right there, elastic. So the only thing about adding inside covers is you cover up all this good stuff. But that's okay, because you're going to use this for a journal anyways. I just want this to stay. I got a little extra glue there, of course. Come on. You want to live right there, right to the edge. I got it glued literally to the edge of this book, this edge. It's the same book. But we're just kind of telling it that's where you're gonna live. So please, just live there. Just stay right there. I got a million things to do today. My day off. All right, watching glue dry, sorry. I'm gonna attempt, without pulling it off, to flip it around the back. There we go. Now I can look on the front. And I'm just going to put a square, maybe that big. This is all trial and error actually. But I want it to come down enough because our paper is gonna sit there. So I'm gonna cut this in half because we're gonna do it on both sides. It's just gonna give it a little extra so it doesn't pull. And then when we go to glue down our inside cover, we just wanna make sure that we cover this piece. It just gives it a little extra security, I think. So I'm not going all the way to the edge. My main concern is covering that piece of elastic. And we're gonna have this covered so it doesn't matter. Stay right there. I'm gonna do this to the other end, but we wanna make sure that it is gluing itself down. Right? We're in between snowstorms here in Massachusetts. We had one over the weekend. We're gonna have one tomorrow night. And then we're gonna have one on the weekend again. And if you like snow, that's great. I am not a fan. So at least it's snowing on the days that I don't have to do anything, which is just fine with me because I like to stay home when it snows. So all I'm doing is just pushing it down to make sure it stays glued on that edge. Because when we go to glue this, see how pretty it covers it up? You'd never know it was there. So while that's drying, I'm going to do double-sided tape again. Just because I have a feeling it's working better than just the glue. So let me cover this up. Guys, this seems to be taking a lot longer than it should have. But this video is just going to be basic on how to make it. We're not going to decorate it. The person that I'm sending this to, I'm going to let decorate it. Whoa, yeah, you're going to live there because it fell on it. Just be careful because this is just regular paper. So if you go to tear it up, it might lift the paper a little bit. So this is where you probably want something with an edge to tear up. There you go. That's better, Patricia. Oh, Patty. What is... Look what that brain use. So same. I'm going to do the same here. I might as well tape. Ah, see how I pulled that paper up? We don't want to do that. Be nice. Thank you. Be nice. This might be a little overkill, but that's okay. All right, so that's that one. I'm just pushing it down nice and tight. Let's do the other one while we have it out. Whilst we have it out. All right, that's the back. I need to keep that one separate. This is the front. So we'll do the same. All right. I know, boring. Almost done. Almost done. Too much. It's gonna make a mess. See, it's that corner. It's that corner. I'm not putting it on straight either, but that doesn't matter. Who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. All right. Goodbye. Thank you, tape, for doing your job. Now, we're gonna go back here. Just making sure the words are upright. And now, I have no nails right now. They keep breaking, and I don't know if it's because it's winter time or if it's, I don't know what it is, to be honest. You know what I'm going to try on this one? I'm going to try glue stick on this one. Just to see if it makes a difference. Let's try it. Stop. Stop sticking to me. I'm doing this more for the middle of where the glue is not. So let's see if that'll work better than, although I don't want globs of it. All right, so now this will just give you a little more wiggle room, maybe. All right, so now, look at that. Where is the scraper? like I said, I'm not a fan of using the double-sided tape in my journals, but you know what? It works pretty nice for these. So now we have an elastic closure like that. So as the book grows, the elastic will stretch a little bit. So that's why we didn't want this too tight. And we can put a little, one of my first videos, we've got a little elastic thing. And you didn't have to attach it to this all the way. So now we're gonna do this front cover one. And then we can decorate this pocket and make another pocket. I'm gonna make a couple of pockets, I think. All right. What time is it? And then I gotta go because I have an appointment to take care of something. So if you guys like this little idea, if you think it was a little too long and drawn out, you can tell me that too, but leave a comment in the comment box. Let me know what you think. A little fuzzy. Yeah, let me know what you think about it. And if you're gonna make one, this is, again, just a little quick something to do. If your mojo's gone, or if you need a little something quick in between projects, this is a good one. So I'm just gonna come on, glue. I don't want you all there. This double-sided tape, I'm not sure where I got it, but it's really sticky, which is good. It's good. It's all good. What I'm mainly trying to do is make sure that in between the tape is glued. All right, so now open the front cover of our new little composition book. And let this have a home. No. That is why I did the glue stick, because if that was just sticky tape, that's where it would have lived. Now we're going to do the pockets, which so I don't want to put everything into this meet up in the spine, because it will pull away and it will make it hard to close. So what I want to do is I'm going to draw my lines, and because this is non-directional, I'll be able to get to the other side of the pocket out of this page also. So I'm just gonna cut this. And then I'm just going to round this little corner after. I'm going to round the corner after, because depending on where it sits. And I'm just going to line it up to this edge the best I can, because we can put washi in there after too and do these. Actually, that's how I'm gonna, that is how we're gonna seal that pocket, with washi. We'll put a little glue on the inside and then we'll go around the edge with washi just to make it pretty. So I'm gonna glue this page really good. And I'm just making sure to get the corner up there. This glue is awful. Today it's kind of, this room, I don't have heat in this room, like a heat, so I have a little heater, so it gets cold in here and then it gets warm, and I think it's playing with my glue. It's a little stringy, I should say. So I do this, and then I'll go in, if I missed any spots, I'll go back in with my Bailey Art glitter glue and fix it that way. So now I'm just gonna line this up with this edge. And I'll do the same thing with this. And if we didn't get enough there, that's fine, because we can go back in. Oh, I just tore it. That's okay. That's all right. It is a-okay. So what I'll do is I'll just take my Bailey Arts glitter glue and I'll run a little bead of glue down here. Or you don't have to, because you can go on with washi and put a little strip of washi. I'm trying to look to see what I have for washi that I might want to put down there. This glue is not a happy camper. Come on, Betty. There you go. Wake up. Wake up. Little glitter glue. Wake up. So then I'm just gonna, oh my goodness. How's your glue? How's your glue, little lady? Just put it right there where I tore it. There we go. And then you can do a better job lining it up than I did, but like I said, I'm gonna put washi here. And then let's just see if I need a little on the edge here, like where it might separate. And I got pretty good on the edges, so you're not gonna stay there. Not yet. My glue's got a little bubble in it. Whatever. I just want you to dry. Can you dry nicely? All right, now I want to put a little notch here with this little envelope notch maker. Let's see if I like it. I might not like it. That's all right. Just a little to say, hey, there's something in here. It should have been probably a different color, but that's all right. So what I don't want to do is close this yet, because this art glitter glue is fine. We're going to put a piece of washi here, so it's really not going to matter. So now let's do the other side. And you can do it with a different color. You could put a different notch down here so you can see it on both sides, a notch. But we are definitely going to use the same piece of paper. So again, I'm just gonna trace around it to the best of my ability. And trim this one out. If I knew where my scissors were. Goofy. I'm goofy. And then I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to glue this page instead. Just making sure none of my glue is wet. No wet glue. Super simple, super quick. You can make it as complicated and as busy and as pretty as you want. I'm just doing a quick, simple one. Put a little more right here. I do want to put another little notch. And like I said, that's son of a gun. Oh my God. Did you say Butterfingers? In dog hair? It fell on the floor. So I'm just gonna round these two corners. And then I'm gonna put another little, where do we want it? I'm gonna put you down here. La, la, la. Look up, because the page was folded over. Cute. All right, now I'm just gonna close this to let it, actually, I need to trim up here on both of them. Give it a little trim, a little, make it look pretty. All right. This one, I don't know how to get that one. Very carefully, I suppose. And if for some reason you cut through that fold, you can just glue it. You can just glue it. Glue, glue, glue. Cover for the glue. All right, so now I am going to glue this inside here with my Fabrifix to make this a pocket. I'm not putting a lot because I'm gonna go around that edge with washi. So that, and the washi is gonna help cover this. So here's our pocket from both sides. And we can add pockets to this like I did with the other one. But I'm trying not to let the glue get onto these other pages, because I put a little extra right there. All right. And then, look at that. All right, so that's the simple version. Fun, right? That's gonna be a pocket. I can go in with ink up here if I want. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, because it's just a quick little notebook. All right. And then you can go in the middle of the book and do another one, fold down 2 pages, just like we did this one, if you want. So now I'm gonna add a pocket here, maybe a pocket here. We'll be back. All right, now my chair's being stupid. There we go. Sorry. All right, now I'm gonna add the washi. Did I already glue this? I think I did. I did, I glued it already. All right, so now we're gonna add washi. And have I got washi? So because it's purple, we can use more purple. We could use butterflies. We could use anything we want, really. I think let's see. I think I might use butterflies. Because I just want to do it around the edge here. Oh, but I got this pretty purple. This is kind of purpley grayish green. I think I'm going to use that instead. So I'm just going to tear a piece off. I'm going to run it across the top of my glue stick. But first, let's do this to keep it open. You have a binder clip. It's not going to work, is it? Because I want to be able to lift this page. It's not going to work. Forget it. I'm going to put something here to weigh this down. How about we put our washi? There we go. All right, so now we can work on this page. So what I want to do is I'm just going to run my washi. Washi's sticky, but it's removable, and I want this to stay. So I'm just going to run this across my glue stick, and I'm going to put it on the edge, and then I'm going to clip it at the bottom. And I'm gonna clip it right to there. You can kind of see through it, but that's okay. And then I'm just gonna trim this little piece. There we go. I'm gonna do the same for the bottom. I just want to make sure that and all I'm doing is just pushing it really hard. Excuse me. So I'm going to take another piece. Oh, this one would have been pretty there. I'm going to do the same thing. Run it across my glue. Just hold my thumb on it and put a little pressure. Under pressure. Just gonna make this flush. And then I'm gonna fold this side over. I'm gonna put a little more glue though. And then we can add pockets to this pocket. This doesn't want to stay, so I'm just going to put a little dab of our glitter glue because it's going to live there. Trim this off. And there's our pocket complete. Now we can put something down here, which I think this is going to be pretty there. Run it. You don't have to put anything here. It's going to make it look more seamless. That's it. And then I'm just going to push that in. And then where it's popping up, you can stick a little glue. I just want this piece to be straight. Straight, I say. Just a little bit. To tell it that's where it wants to live. I'll just do the top. All right, so we can put one there if we want. Let's do that. So now, just going to do the same to this side. You can get all matchy-matchy if you want. This one, I'm not going to do matchy-matchy because I don't have to. All right, so that one's done. And then I got a little glue right here, so I just want to take it off. There we go. So that is that pocket finished. I mean, you can literally go as far as you want with this. Now, for about a third of the way through, I want to do a page separator that we could put a tab on if we wanted. Let's go. You could count out the pages if you want to. But I am just going to I don't have a piece that's big enough for that. So what I'm gonna do, I think, instead of making another pocket, I just want to put this in. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I think I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this page. Make sure your book doesn't shut. Just be careful at the edge because you don't want them gluing to themselves. You can go in with glitter glue at the end. I'm going to do it from the bottom only because that's what I can see. And then I'm just going to lay it down, press it down, because we want that in there nice and tight. I'm going to take my little scraper, and then I'm just going to trim this page. But first, I'm going to go in with some glitter glue just on the edge here. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm just going to the edge that's not glued down and just putting a tiny bit, not a lot. So now we'll just give that a second to dry. And then I'm going to trim it. The only thing with the glitter glue, you see how it's bubbling it? I'm not crazy about that. But once it dries, it might be all right. Oh, I could have cut it the other way and folded it over and made a pocket. Yeah, we'll do that on the next one. So many things you can do. Like I could have folded it over this way. And then if I don't like the way this is going to sit, I might glue. Yeah, don't use the glitter glue because it's bubbled. I just bent my pin. Guys, look. Look what I just did. I don't have another. Oh, yes, I do. Is that a pin? Or is that a needle? It's a needle. So my little dangle here is just on an earring backing. And it's got to be a stainless pin. But this is a sew-in pin, so I'm pretty sure it's stainless. We'll see. I'll get another pin for that. at a later date. So I'm just gonna clip this little, I think I'm gonna back it though. Get out. Get out. All right. If we leave this flat, it'll I just don't want it to glue itself to itself, like the page to itself. I'm gonna line this side with a pocket, but it's just gonna be, I should have folded it over. If I do this and cut it here, that could be a pocket. Do you want to do that? Or again, we can go in with washi, which is what I might do. I'm gonna go in with a different washi. I actually could add the black in there because there's a black on here. This washi stinks. I just think because it's old, it's not friendly. It's not user friendly. Come on. Come on, play nice. If I mess up my nails trying to get this washi off, I'm not going to be happy. But I have a feeling I'm going to end up using a different washi because this one does not want to cooperate. And I ain't got time for that nonsense. I am going to use something plain would be nice. How about this copper? I think the copper's pretty. So again, I'm just gonna hold my thumb across it. Across it. My words are not working very nicely. And then I'm gonna line the edge of the page. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be sticky. What is going on? Beep, 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 beep. Come off. Come off. You didn't get any glue on ya. This piece of paper is throwing me off to line it up, so I'm just going to take it off. See, I had glue on my thumb. That's okay. All right, now we're gonna line this up, tack it down, bleep, and we're just gonna line that page with the washi. There we go. How pretty is that? Let me see if this will come off. Sorry, I just bumped yours with my head. I don't think that'll come off, but that's okay. I don't know if this will clip it in, if it'll clip the washi. I don't think so, because I'm just gonna clip it with my scissors, round it off with my scissors. That's it, simple, quick and simple. All right, this little piece doesn't want to stay down. There we go. All right, now we can do another one about 3 ways, three quarters of the way through, a third, the second third. And we can use another piece of paper and do the same thing. Or we can do another pocket. We could do the pocket in the back too. So we can do this one where we're gonna fold it over, I think. If we do this, we can fold that over and make that a pocket. I just wish this was a little sturdier. So let's glue this up. You could use the double-sided tape to do this also, and maybe it won't be so wonky, because this is a little wonky. For this one, again, I'm going to try and line it up, fold it down. There we go. Use my little squeegee. And then I'm just going to cut across the top here, because we're going to fold this out. I'm going to actually add maybe a piece of cardstock or something there just to make it a little more solid. I just needed to get that little piece started so I can get under it. Come on. You could measure this out if you wanted to and not struggle like Patty's struggling. Here we go. And then I'm just going to fold this like this to the edge of the page. And I cut it a little crooked at the end, but that's okay, because just put a nice little crease there, because we don't need it to be, oh, that's actually how we can double it. I'm just going to fold this in on itself and then glue it to itself. Look at that. Now it's double the thickness, tuck spot. So all I have to do is glue this to itself. Right. I'm very messy with the glue today. And I have a bunch of glue right here. This is why I love my glass mat, because I can scrape off all my glue. with a razor blade that I keep very handy. Look at all that gunk. But now this is fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue these two edges. You could put a little notch here, which maybe I will. Not. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna use this Fabrifix to glue my pocket. And then I'll go in with the corner rounder, I think. So just a little bit on each end, top and bottom. And now we have a tuck spot. Alright, so now this can be a tuck spot once it dries. Get out of here. And you know what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot to add this in to like make it for like a bookmark. And I might just add a little washi. I have this, that other purple's not working for me. I have this little purple with gold. This putting the washi on the rope was DJ at Heather and Yon Studios idea. And it works fantastic because I just hang it up, but they're all here. This one's pretty. I'm gonna use this one. Maybe not. Maybe if I try to pull it a little slower. It'll work better. I heard somebody say if you put it in the microwave, it softens up the glue. But this washi is, I'm not going to say horrible yet because I want it to work, right? So I want two pieces about that long while I can get it running. Come on, buddy. Just one more little piece, please. Just give me one more. Thank you. All right, you can go away now. Thanks for playing. Oh my goodness. All right, again, let's just cut this to make it flush while we're here. Because I want it to be flush this way. There we go. That looks beautiful. I'm gonna trim this. And then after that dries, look at my glue. It's got a bubble. That's because I gotta fill her up, which I might take a minute to do. I am very grateful. I got I got some new subscribers. I hope that you enjoy what we make. I hope that you make along with us. Sorry about not going live the other night. I had to take care of something with a friend. And then we went to dinner because I like to eat. And Mexican's one of my favorites. That's always good. Now, see, I don't like the ripple in this. Anywho, do. So now this is a tuck spot. We could put a pocket here, we could put a belly band here, we could do a whole bunch of things. Keeping this one simple. And that's just the back of that. And then we have our pocket here. We could put a pocket here. We could do a pocket here. But for the most part, oh, you know what I have to do? I gotta clip that corner. Beep, beep. With my little, I think I'm using the 7mm to round that corner on both of them. There we go. And it's just a quick little composition notebook that let's make pockets. I'm making this kind of generic. I'm not adding too much to this because the person it's going to, I don't know what she's gonna want. We can take book page, fold it in half, and glue it just to make a sturdier pocket. And this is scrap anyways. So we're going to take book page and we're going to glue it together. Because you're not going to see any of this because we're going to decorate it with a piece of paper to make a pocket. So that can stay there. And this was just a glue page that was gluey and I took out. We can cut it straight, but we can do that after. I'm going to glue this piece of paper to it. So let's glue this one again. I'm just trying not to go on the glue where I was. And we're going to cut it there, so I'm going to cut off the tear part. I want this. This is my fold. Which side is my fold? That's my fold. I'm going to line up these two corners. It might be easier if I do it like this. My books that I use for this, I get at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree, because I'm going to tear them up. And if they're hardcovers and you get them at the Dollar Tree, you can use the hardcover and cover that with paper or fabric and use it as a base of a journal. So I got them and I used this for glue paper. I don't want to waste this whole piece of paper, so I'm just going to trim it here. And then I'm going to glue this down. Guys, this glue is bananas. I have to fill it up. Now my finger's all yucky. Yuck! Alright, now fold this over. Nice and pretty. And then, because I can't cut straight, although that's a nice straight edge actually, I might be able to cut that straight. I'm going to trim this. And then what's great about these is you can put fussy cuts in here. You can fill the pockets with fussy cuts, or wrap some washi around a, you know, a cardstock piece of paper and add it to the book, and they can use it in the book wherever they like. So this can go in here because I think that looks nice. Let's do a notch. So if I was, I'm not inking anything in this book, but if I was, I would be inking all these edges. All right, let's glue this. So see, the back doesn't matter because it's in the pocket and you're never gonna know. It was a book page, but it made it nice and sturdy. So that's what you can use with your, use for your glue pages. You can back pockets, you can build tags, lots of stuff you can do with them. And that's gonna live right there, and it's gonna be a pocket and a pocket. Let's just let this dry first. If there's anything you guys want to see, if there's anything you guys want to make, if you want me to learn how to make something, let me know. If you have any ideas, you want to see something that somebody else did, but you want to maybe see how I can do it. Because some people learn from watching different people's way of making. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just love to make things. You're gonna live right there. Trying to decide if I wanna maybe put a pocket on this one, which we could definitely put a pocket on this one with, look at my big number 1 from the other day. We could do a little pocket across the bottom. This is big enough to do that. So I'm going to snip this. Just gonna close the book on it so I can kind of see where I want it. I want it just past that fold line. Not that it really matters. It just didn't sit pretty there. There we go. And then we can do the same thing with the book page. See how this page is lifting up a little bit? Because the glue didn't get all the way to the edge, which is, it's not a big deal. It's not gonna come up, but I am going to just put a little tiny bead, just little tiny, maybe. Or maybe not. That might be too much. Get under the paper. I'm just trying to get under this paper just to put a tiny bit so it goes into the crease. And now it's probably where I'm going to be messed it up. There you go. Not before I go messing with that or closing it, because I got a little glue on the top. And now I just tore the paper because it was wet. That's okay. Who's gonna know? You could actually put a piece of washi there if you wanted to, but I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna take this new glue page, this next glue page that I had out. This one, actually, I'm not going to use this one because I wiped this bubble off on it. And it had a bubble on it, so I don't want to do that. But I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to do this one the long way. This is not straight. So let's, first and foremost, make this piece straight. It doesn't have to be big or wide, but it must be straight. Let's go just a hair more. That other end is bent. There we go. That's better. All right, now I want to glue. We don't need this whole piece, so I'm just going to trim off some so I can get it on that. So I'm just gluing this. We're going to fold it in half again. And then we're going to glue that piece of paper to it, just like we did on the other one. And then we're going to glue this here. Actually, I think I'm going to glue it here and then put a piece of washi like this, just to match it. Guys, this video's taken forever for a little quick book, isn't it? I'm sorry. You need to move. You need to come hither. And I'm just lining up these two corners as far down as I can get it. There we go. That's good enough because I'm going to add washi to it. And that is going to be that pocket. Pocket with this copper color. I love this. This is from Scotchgard, this one. All right, guys, and then we're gonna call it after this. You can decorate it however you like. Butterflies, whatever you like. Stickers. The person I'm sending it to is probably gonna put stickers on the cover of this, which is why I'm not doing anything on the cover, because, oh my Lord, because I want her to be able to do whatever she wants with it. If you get a little wrinkle, lift it up. But because I don't think I glued that good enough, I'm just gonna go down it again. And then I'm gonna fold it over like this. Like so, like so, like so. Like so. And then just trim these edges. And that is going to be our pocket. Oh my God, I'm having a hot flash. I'm going to fill this for my next video, I promise. Who else just gets into doing what they're doing and doesn't fill stuff? What a pain in the tuchus. So all across 3 sides, top, middle, bottom. You want to get as close as you can to the edge. And then line it up. I just wanted it to be lined up with this, even though it's not straight. It's pretty straight. Pretty straight to the bottom. I want that edge to stay. So I'm going to use my bone folder just to kind of keep that edge. To say, hey you, that's where you want to live. Hey you, that's where you're going to live. That's it, that's all. It's all about it. So, probably could have screwed it over a little bit, but it's okay. Nothing's perfect. It's handmade, and that's what we love about it, right? So this is going to be a pocket. Super cute, I think. I have to fill my glue. Look, it's driving me mental. It makes me crazy. And look, I have it right here, so it's not far. I just have to fill it. So that's what I'm using, Fabrifix. All right, guys, that looks done for now. If I do anything else to it, I'll do a little flip through, but it's nothing special. Let's look real quick. Get this out of the way. Cover, she's gonna put stickers on here. I know she is, so I'm not gonna do anything. I need to put a pocket here. I will go and put a pocket there. And then we have this with a pocket. Then we have our little dividers with a pocket. This one I didn't do a pocket on. Oh yes I did. It's a flip on the other side. I mean a side tuck. And that's it. And you can put a pocket in the back. And that's a pretty basic altered composition book. I hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you think you might like what you see here on my channel, hit the subscribe button. And there's going to be more coming your way. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon. All right? Have a great day, guys. Happy crafting. Bye. All right, guys. I'm back. I think I'm going to have to make this video 2 parts. Because I talk. Because I'm a talker. I'm going to get rid of this. And what I want to do is I want to do the pockets. This pocket, I'm going to make this one a pocket. And we're going to, I just wanted to show you guys. I just didn't want to go and do it without showing you guys the rest. Because you guys are my peeps. I'm going to try to find my line. And I don't want it that long. I want it probably, let me cut this off. Let me do it from this side because my edge isn't straight. I don't want to take any more off there. But I do want this to be straight. So I want it to be almost a deep pocket. Oh, take a little more off. There we go. All right. We're going to go again with the book page. When I get book pages that have a blank on the back, I keep it because I like to use these for back of tags or something else. So I won't use that one. To the floor it fell. And it doesn't matter what these pages say because you're not going to see them. This one, I want to make a deep pocket here. So I want, this page isn't big enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do one. I could glue 2 book pages together. That's not what I want to do. And I filled up my glue. Whoop, whoop. So I'm going to glue this pocket, pretty paper, to this book page. I know I tore one out, but it doesn't matter. Because we're just going to trim it off here. And that will make it sturdy enough for a pocket. I could use my cutter again, but there's glue on this page, and I don't want glue on my cutter. All right. You can save those book page edges to do stuff with too. So I'm gonna clip this corner because this corner is rounded here. So I just want that one rounded. I'm gonna put a notch. And I wanted to come back and show you guys because on the front, remember how I did this? I didn't do it on the back, so I wanted to come and finish that with you guys too. I can take another hair off this if I wanted to, but the washi tape's gonna go here, and I'm gonna use the butterfly one I decided. It might be too busy now. I'm gonna use this other one. All right, so now I'm just gonna glue 3 sides. You guys can see all this, right? I need a little weight. Oh, I got your weight all right. Oh, no, sorry guys. How do you like that? Got to see out my window. Sorry. Sorry. All right, now, again, 3 sides. You guys know how this works. And I'm lining it up to this corner down here. I hope you guys can see that. Into this outside, inside paper. The inside of the backing. All right, so that's going to be our pocket. I like to give them a little pinch so there's room in there so they're not flat flush to the page, because then it's hard to get stuff in there, and that makes it a tiny bit easier. So you can see a little See how much easier it is to get stuff in than it would be on the side here. And it's just a little tiny push with my fingers. All right, so that's that. So now I was gonna use this butterflies, but I wonder if that's gonna be too busy. Let's see. I think it doesn't matter. I'm gonna use the butterflies because I wanted to. Is that the end of my butterflies? No, that can't be. I need this up here though. So let's get a straight edge. And again, here we go with the curlies. Curly, curly, stop. There we go. All right. Oh. And this one's nice and wide, so it shouldn't be an issue. And I just push down with my thumb. It's like I'm afraid to grab the end of it or something. Close enough? Are you close enough? I think so. Just enough to decorate that little piece where it didn't go right to the edge there. But I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to cut it right at his tip of his wing, but I have to glue it again because there's not enough glue in there. So if the edges don't glue, just add a little. You're not going to hurt it at all. And voila. So now we have another pocket in the back. And then I wanted to show you, because I don't like, see how this is bubbled? It wasn't glued good enough. I want to put some kind of belly band. I don't want to put another tuck that way, do I? And I don't have enough of that paper left. Oh, we could do that. It would kind of blend. But it's different enough. Yeah, let's do a side tuck. So again, and it doesn't have to go right to the edge. I just like to make them to the edge. I'm gonna go just a hair more because literally like a sliver. I don't know, can you guys see that bubble in? I don't know if you guys can see it. I can't see it in my camera, but that's why I'm doing that. So that will be there. It doesn't have to be that wide either. So let's take one more little piece off. Oh, I can't do it with this one. It's fine. All right, so now again with the book page. which my book page isn't long enough. Do I have a bigger book? No. So here is where I would use a scrap piece of something that was printed wrong on cardstock. But I don't have anything right in front of me. Oh, yes I do. But that's not long enough either. Are you long enough? You're long enough. It's just a piece of fussy cut. I'm just gonna cut this to this. Would have been nice if it was the whole size. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna glue this to this. And then I'm gonna fold over this top edge so it's still doubled. All right. You guys must think I am out of my mind. What am I doing? I am a little out of my mind because that's not what I wanted to glue. I wanted to glue this. Can you believe it? All right, I'm gonna glue this. Like this. I'm gonna line it up as best we can. And then I'm gonna glue this and fold it over. So we're gonna start up here. I would love to know how people do videos while they're talking and explaining what they're doing whilst and keeping it short. Like, maybe I'm too much of a talker. That's okay. You guys don't mind me talking, do ya? All right, so now it's a little bit shorter, but that's okay. I'm just gonna trim off this little white edge. And this little tiny piece. And we're gonna put it there. I am gonna round these two little corners, just so when I butt it up against the end. There we go. I just want to put a nice crease there. All right, so now we can glue that down there. All right, and that should stay on the washi because that's where we want it to live. All right, so that is that one. Yeah, that little ripple in the paper was driving me a little crazy, so I just wanted to go in and add. You can go in and add lace in here between these pieces, which makes for a pretty piece. Oh, moved. Stay still. I'm telling it to stay still while I'm moving it. So do you say to that? Let it sit for a minute. And then I wanted to, all right, we did that pocket and the butterflies. Yeah, I wanted that other edge in there. We have that pocket, we have that pocket, and maybe we can do a pocket here. I kind of don't want the same thing as the front, but I don't think I have anything left, unless we just do, yeah, I don't like that. This might be cute on this side. Didn't we put this on this side? No, we put this on this side. This could be cute here. I don't know what to put there, although we could just do a little, pocket like this. Is that too much purple? Not if I put this here though. I could do a little tuck spot. I think that's what I'm going to do, a little tuck spot there, which leads me to the problem of not having a big enough piece of cardstock. If this was cardstock, it wouldn't be an issue, but it's paper. All right, let's mark this anyways. This is where I'm going to trim it. Let's see if this behaved itself. It did. So now we got this pocket behaved. You know what else we could do? We could just run a piece of washi. You can decorate it with washi. I'm gonna leave that up to her to decorate it however she likes. Let me grab a piece of scrap. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Where are you? Found a piece. I'm going to glue this to this, and then we're going to cut it where we need it, and then we're going to cut it. All right. Would have been nice if I could have got it straight. Let's get you out of the way. All right, so now, where is my mark? I know I marked it. Here it is. This is just something that misprinted. So I like to just keep those for my misprints. Let's see if my print is acting wonky. I like to all right, now I'm gonna make this straight because that edge is not straight, and I'm gonna straighten it up on this. And then I'm just going to take off that little white edge, which is not bad. There we go. Right, now we can put a little notch. Bring our little book back in. Oh, I cut it the wrong flippin' size. I did it the wrong way. Oh, dear Lord. We're gonna make it. We can do it's not gonna work. What else do we have? I would like to make maybe a double pocket here. So how many papers did we use? 1, 2. Oh, and I don't have enough. Oh, this one. That would be all right. Which I think I still have in my book. Let's see if I still have this other one. Yep. So now we're gonna make this one a deeper pocket. Guys, if you could see my desk over here, you'd be like, what are you doing, woman? What are you doing, woman? So we'll make all right, let's do this. This is where I want to cut this. And then we'll line this up after. Do I want it that deep? So this will be a deep pocket and that'll be a shallow pocket. I think that's a good idea. All right, so let's, guys, this is all on the fly. Let's figure out how deep I want the pocket actually. I want the pocket to be about that deep. We'll make it that deep. Then I'll have to cut the 12 by 12 again. So that we'll glue onto that, and then we can put our notch on this side. But we're going to cover this one with this. All right. This doesn't have to go on here at the quite at the edge because we can trim around it. But we want it on there good. All right. washi can go on the little floater. I want to take this and scrape my glue down. That's what's going to make it stay nice. This thing's all yucky. There we go. Got a bubble in my glue. All right, now, because we know that's straight, we can cut around this piece. Now we can round that one corner. You know what? I gotta take a hair off this actually. It's not straight. Now it should be straight, but I need one little tiny hair off the side. Okay, way better. All right, so I'm gonna round this corner. The small one, because that's gonna go there. And then this is gonna, this is gonna come down here, but we need to cut this piece, don't we? What is this measure? 7. It only goes up to 6. Which side do we want that? Yeah, we'll do it this way. So I'm just lining up this side. I'm gonna trim this side. Now those will be equal. This one needs a little corner rounded. And this one needs a notch, which I'm gonna put right here. There we go. Now we have 2 more pockets. So let's glue this one first. We'll glue this to the bigger pocket, and then we'll glue both of them to the book. Would have been nice if there was a little more contrast in this one, but because it has a design and this one doesn't, and this one doesn't, I think it's fine. I think it will be okay. I just want to give that a second before I start pushing on it. All right. Now this one, we will glue to the book. And that one can stay there. What do you think? I got sticky fingers. All right, so pocket, 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 pocket. I'm not gonna put a pocket here. I don't think. I think that's too many pockets. 2 pockets, 3 pockets, 4 pockets, 5 pockets, 6 pockets, 7 pockets, 8 pockets. I think 8 pockets. 8 is enough. Anybody remember that show? 8 is enough. 8 is enough pockets in this little book. All right, now it's done. That's it. I just wanted to, the main thing why I came back was because I wanted to put this. I didn't do it in the front. I mean, I did it in the front, but I didn't do it in the back. And I wanted to show you guys that I finished it with the washi. Guys, look how dirty my hands are. That is a glueful day. Not gleeful, glueful. All right, pocket, pocket, pocket. I like the one with the washi on the top. Pocket. This is a pocket in between here for like bigger papers. And then pocket and pocket. And now she's done. All right. And our elastic. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Happy crafting. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.